Oh, hey there. How you doing? How's the weather? Oh, hey, it looks like we got someone new that wants to join our crew. We got a Mad Russian here.
Yes, he's says he's the Mad Russian. I don't know where Russia is. I never heard of it.
It's close to Idaho. In Russia, they drink their potatoes, yes.
Liquid potato. I thought I'd heard it all until now.
I'm there with Jack. How do you drink a potato? It seems very difficult. I mean, you can make it into a stew, but that's not quite drinking it. You're still eating it.
Do you think they have potito over there as well?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh.
Well, he's been kicked out of just about every other port for being mad. But I think he'll be a great crewman here. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think he'll fit in just good. Welcome to the crew, Mad Russian.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome back to Sanity Damage, a tabletop role-playing game, actual play live show. I'm your Game Master Nathan, and joining me tonight are... Cody.
Jack Rackman, let's sail into port and get this ship repaired.
Pippin.
Moriarty here. Well, we do need to fix the boat.
Ellen.
Celine the Star Child. I'm just happy to be here.
And Alex.
Clacker Volkson. Gotta fix the clacker up.
Join us on episode 68 of our first campaign, To Whom the Sea Belongs. Our live show affiliate this week is Roll Around and Find Out, so head on over to Twitch to subscribe to their show. They're, I believe, bi-weekly currently, but we'll be back to weekly sometime in the near future, doing something almost every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, including D&D campaigns, Mythcraft campaigns, and playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3. So really fun, entertaining people doing fun, entertaining things, so go watch them. Again, that's on Twitch, not live on YouTube. Last week, you plundered the Taiyangi's warship that sank into the deeps below you. You fought off another plundering crew that tried to lay claim to it, and then you spoke with a couple Narawi's patrolmen. Remember, Narau is the underwater kingdom that used to be part of Pinterhow before half of the island sank. So you talked with them a little bit, found out that things are not necessarily better under the sea, that mind flayers and their corrupt shenanigans are going on kind of everywhere. So you talked with them a little bit, you made a tentative alliance with them, and planned on heading to their capital. The capital of Narau is also Narau, or Narau City, I guess, to differentiate them a little bit, where you're going to patch up your boat, shore up your alliances, and potentially go down to the southern fortress where the Mind Flayers have taken over, although Jack has encouraged the crew to stay to the course at Yold's behest and just keep looking for the treasure instead of following what ostensibly could be another side quest. So that's where we're picking up. We've got maybe half a day's travel to reach the capital city of Narau. So if any of you have any burning desire to do something before reaching the city, we can go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, we will move into your arrival.
No, nothing urgent or pressing.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Perfect.
I mean, the only thing I would do would flirt with Savannah, but...
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Oh, man. The thing I'm very bad at.
Better roll a stealth check.
Persuasion. I got a -2 to that, friend.
Oh, that was some crazy dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice job.
And I really could not read what it was.
11.
9.
Is that an 11 or a 9?
It was
11
an
minus
11.
2. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Maybe Moriarty would come over there and sweep her off her feet.
Back off.
What's going
Oh,
on
but
on
they'd
this
just be
boat?
fun.
Nice.
Savannah still has no idea what's going on. She's just sailing her boat. It's uncanny how she's rolled below you and Nelton every time. Oh, hey, also, before we get to Narao, there is one small matter to attend to. Remember that 8,500 gold pieces that you looted from the ship?
Yeah,
Yes.
totally. I totally remember that, Nathan.
So, as per the agreement you made with Buccaneers and First Mates, 531 GP each go to the crewmates and 850 GP go to Savannah. Nelton also gets a 20% cut of whatever is left because he's one of the, like, full-fledged party. So, all of the expenses deducted, you each get 1,105 gold pieces.
Ooh.
How many? 1,105?
Correct.
Yes.
Instead of 8,500 going to all of you.
That's 1,105 more gold pieces than I've had in my inventory.
There you go. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
You,
Nice.
Savannah would have maps of where Narao's capital is, and I don't imagine any of you would have been to Narao before, given that it is underwater. Maybe Jack or Clacker, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think Jack would have.
Clacker might have heard of it, but yeah, not really a lot of knowledge about it.
Yeah, I
I
mean, you
think-
for sure heard of it. I was wondering if any of you would have been there before.
Well,
I
I,
think
feel
it-
like I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever been there. And if I have been there, it was just to like sail in, drop stuff off, and then leave. Like I don't think I went underwater to the city.
Right.
Yeah.
If Moriarty has been here, it's only because, like, ships stopped being laying over here.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's say Moriarty has laid over here once before, but he hasn't been down to the city. So, Moriarty, you would know when you made your trade, when your captain stopped here to do some trading, you would lower your anchor. The ships would lower their anchors, which connect to buoyant chains that moor the ships in place because the city itself is so far below the surface. You know, we're not quite past the continental shelf yet because the whole island is like, or the entire area was formerly an island, but we're still talking like 250 feet below. So they have essentially anchor extenders. So once you all, with Savannah's help, kind of navigate to this area, you would drop your anchors. A couple Narrowies, Tritons would pop their heads up above water and signal to you that your ship is secure. And one of them would say, "Do you require any transportation down to the ground or down to the city, accommodating air breathers?"
Yeah,
Oh.
I think most.
Well, if we all want to hold hands and, wow, that was Penelope voice. Let me take that again. You can edit this out, right, Cody?
No.
Well, if we all want to hold hands and maybe do a little meditation for 10 minutes, I can provide air breathing for up to 10 people, including myself.
Well, I don't need to breathe underwater. I can breathe just fine.
I mean, I can hold my breath for a while, but I'll do it. Yeah, sure.
If you want to do that, that's fine, but they were just literally offering us transportation down.
Oh, we could also do it in the transportation. It'd be nice to do a little bonding, maybe do some deep breathing exercises together. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. Clacker's on board.
Sure.
I'm eyeing Savannah. I am eyeing Savannah like, eh?
No,
She'll-
ulterior motives, obviously.
Savannah and the other crew will happily do this, but they have
Okay.
no awareness of any ulterior motives, except
Okay.
perhaps Nelton, who tries to squirm in between you and Savannah.
And I swat his hand away.
Why?
Hey, now, you said
I thought
holding
you wanted us
hands
all
is
to
a
hold
thing.
hands.
Yeah, no, you can. Why don't you hold Clacka's fingers? That's fun.
Clacker's like, I don't. What do you mean? He just holds out like a fin.
Nelton glares at you, but doesn't raise a further fuss.
Okay, I cast water breathing on up to 10 people, including myself. And we just sit for 10 minutes, and I lead like a breathing meditation. You're gonna breathe in for 5 seconds, and then breathe out for 5 seconds, and let the waves wash off of you. See, now don't we all feel better? And I do that for 10 minutes.
This is borderline
like a guided
fraternization,
meditation.
if you ask me.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the dock hands will dive back down beneath the surface and leave you to your what do you call it? Leave it to your meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Once that's all attended to, you can begin your descent. You can all breathe normally. You descend through water that is first a bright, airy turquoise, then a murky cerulean blue. Through the murk, you see vague shapes of buildings beneath you, and gradually you get close enough to the city's lights that the city's kind of ambient street lighting and whatnot outlines the underwater capital's streets and its towers. The city's buildings are a mix of styles. Many of them are stone and waterproofed wood in architectural patterns reminiscent of those in Pincherhow. Others seem to have grown, other buildings seem to have been grown out of living coral, declaring its presence in bright hues of sunset orange and magenta. You can see giant coral tubes connecting some of the major buildings, like they're providing breathable air walkways through the downtown areas of the city. Pearlescent filigree ornaments the larger manors and notable establishments in the city, but even the common wood and stone houses are beautiful in a sunken, rustic kind of way. The city's beauty is not currently reflected in the attitudes of its populace, though. As you get closer to the town, as you're able to make out individual people swimming around, you'll see they swim around with a sense of grim duty. You see a few children playing in the aquatic streets. In place of balls and dolls, most children are sharpening weapons or repairing armor or boxing up rations. Adults are engaged in similar activity, and the conversations that you overhear are terse and short. You are descending, your boat is moored above the dockyard here, so you're descending into this area.
This place is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a capital city
Yeah.
of the whole nation, so it is
Oh my god, and
pretty big.
chat can see Nathan's beautiful maps. Nathan always does a really pretty job with his maps.
Right.
Thanks. I'm excited that you guys are underwater because I get to mess with like the, watery coral looking ornamentation on Incarnate. That was fun.
We should spend a whole episode flying somewhere he doesn't have a map ready for.
Can I go to Arcathians? Let's just go to Arcathians real quick.
I have a map for Arcathians. You want to go
Damn
there?
it!
Let's see. So as you descend on the shipyard, the large shipyard on one end of the downtown district has docking available for both submarine and surface vessels. I already described kind of the chain system they have for vessels like yours. There's also unique underwater vessels that moor at the shipyard just a few yards above the rooftops of storehouses and warehouses on the ocean floor. These buildings near this end. An overweight official-looking human wearing a bubble over his head, like a fishbowl, bobs up to you as you arrive at the shipyard. "Thank you for docking with us," he says, his voice muffled in the fishbowl. How long do you intend to keep your ship docked? The Dusk family collects a small fee for overnight stays. Discounts if you plan on docking for a week or more.
Oh, jeez. I don't know. How long do you guys think we're gonna be here?
I was hoping to set out as soon as we got repairs done. Where's your shipwright?
Oh, I'll find him. His name's John. He's got to be in one of the buildings there. I'm Brent, by the way. Happy to help you with any business you need here.
Pleasure to meet you.
He'll shake your
yeah.
hand.
Captain
It's
Jack.
a strange sensation being underwater and shaking hands.
Right.
Repairs
Well-
for, I assume, at least a 3-masted ship?
Yeah, we've got 3 masts, right? Yeah.
So yes, just this one
Yeah,
right up there.
Yeah, he cranes his neck. He peers through, like, the murky blue above. You can just barely kind of make out the underside of your hull. Yeah, something that size. Could probably have it done by morning,
So I guess we'll be staying overnight then.
right?
Alrighty then.
Go ahead.
Is there any, say, place we could buy goods or any, nice little condos for rent or purchase, perhaps? Say if someone wanted to, like, retire down here.
Well, the various noble houses have their hands in all kinds of things of that nature. They're in charge of all of the dividends of the real estate scene here. I mean, and he'll like show you a map. He'll show you how the noble houses. If you zoom out just a little bit, Cody, they're forming a horseshoe shape. There's a handful of noble houses on the like southwest of this map, a handful on the northeast, and then like the main palace kind of connecting them. He'll explain, if you need any like normal goods, the market should cover all of that. As for like real estate space, I mean, I would recommend that you talk with House Dusk. I'd work for them directly. I'm sure they could find something for you.
All right. Thank you so much for all of your assistance. Is there a way to contact you? Should we need anything? Do you have like an office, like maybe a beeper?
No
Do
people.
you have a shell phone?
Just
I-
want to talk to you on my cell phone.
I do have a shell phone, but it's
Deep down
linked
where I
directly with
need.
one in the Dusk household. I can't. That's not how they work in this world. They're like walkie-talkies.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, that's what sending stones are. You get a pair of sending stones, and they speak to
Yeah.
one another.
And that's what we've decided a shell phone is.
Right. Yeah. So he's got a shell phone, but it's just a line between him and House Dusk. But he'll say, "Yeah, I mean, I'm usually in the dockyard. If I'm not, then just find anyone who's wearing my same uniform. They'll be able to help you."
Does everyone wear the fishbowl accessory? I mean, it looks fabulous on you. I'm just curious.
Well, those of us who can't breathe water certainly do. Me, elves, dwarves. Some of us have gills. I do not. You'll find that this city is pretty accommodating to those who breathe water and those who do not. But of course,
Oh.
there are some areas that are obviously inaccessible unless you have some way of breathing water, as it looks like you do.
That's so lovely. I love to see an inclusive society. It's just so nice. I figured there would all be fish down here, and I'm sorry that I had some biases, and I thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course. Ever since the NIA was passed, the Narrowies Inclusion Act, we've made sure that there's some way for humans and mermaids to get to the same place.
Well, thank you. That's all I had to say. I'm just gonna stand over here quietly, and I stand over there quietly.
He looks at
Oh,
the
don't
rest of
mind
you.
her. She's a very inquisitive individual.
I'm here to answer questions. He looks like he's being professionally polite and is no more interested in you than he would be in any other like customer. He's just going through the
Emotions.
yeah, he's going through the motions, but he's charismatic the way that like a car salesman is, you know. You can tell it's his job, but he's still engaging with you.
Sure.
So he
yeah,
has his
so-
customer service voice on.
Yeah, right. If you want to go into the building, you can talk with Sean, the shipwright, and he'll be sure to fix up your boat. Otherwise, you can I can't give you this map. It's not for me to sell, but you can pick up a brochure from inside the dockyard as well.
Oh, lovely! Do you have many
Yeah.
tourists that come down here? I think this would be a lovely place in the summer when the water's a little warmer.
Well, between
Less of
the
a mind
hurricane
flayer
seasons,
problem.
we certainly do. Nelton is very curious. He swam over and grabbed a few maps.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
That's Nelton.
There's like
Alright.
probably like a tourist information off kiosk.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah,
a
there's a
brochure
little...
for like a water park that's like 20 miles away.
Right.
Whale
yeah,
watching tours.
There's for sure, yeah, there's like a little stand of different kelp parchment, which is like the waterproof, doesn't spoil in water. It's got maps of Narrow City, maps of Narrow Country, and a couple different sightseeing places, fun coral growths, and a sinkhole that people dive in, that kind of stuff.
So, Nettleton, you think they'll trade one of these maps for a bucket of fish wine?
I certainly hope not. That was disgusting, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself for it.
Well, I mean, you're happy enough to take the deal.
I
That
don't
was-
think fish wine even sounds that crazy compared to some of the stuff I've seen out on these seas.
Yeah, I'd definitely try that fish wine. Ooh, do you think they
Speaking
make
of
fish
which,
wine
Nelson-
down here?
Nettleton, could I have my bucket back? Just curious. I could use a new bucket.
I mean, next time we're in Cocaris, yeah, I don't have it with me, though.
Why would you not bring a bucket with you? What if we need to bail out the water?
I don't know. I figured...
You weren't thinking ahead there, Nelson. I'm disappointed.
He points at Clacker. I figured he'd just, drink it and spew it out his blowhole. That's probably a faster way to do it.
Oh, what? So everything's got to come out of my blowhole? Jeez, no. Grow up.
Nelson, I'm disappointed in that. That's a rude comment.
It is
Yeah,
a
you know,
smart
we don't have to
idea,
resort to
though.
stereotypes.
I'm
Moriarty's
sorry.
gonna turn
He just looks
away,
really
hold back a
crestfallen.
snicker as he's walking away.
I do think that in a case of an emergency, we might have to try that. Just, you never know. I can create and destroy like 10 gallons of water with one spell, so
Here you
that's
go.
always
That's
an
useful.
option too.
Yep.
Let's get to this ship, right? I think it's time we hit the old silty trail there, Birch, whatever you said your name was. All right, we'll be around. What was the fee? What was the fee that we have to pay?
One night would be 5 silver.
Oh, yes, here's your silver.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I give him an egg-corn top for as a tip.
Corn cob.
An egg-corn top.
An acorn?
Oh.
Top.
I swear I'm hearing you say egg corn top.
Corn.
Corn.
I swear you were saying egg corn.
I heard Eggcorn at 1 too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I had some Red Bull in my mouth, okay?
Right.
Egg corn.
Behind the
He's like,
screen.
I've never seen one of these before. I was born down here. That's pretty interesting.
Never seen an egg corn cob either.
Now I have 49 acorn. Damn it!
Egg corn. It's egg corn. It's canon.
It's egg corn now.
It's gonna be
That is a whole new
type
plant.
yeah, there's gonna be a plant and like a food, different
Oh,
dishes you
no.
can make with it. Yeah,
Egg corn on the cob.
egg corn on the cob. Yeah, each little kernel is an egg.
Do you think I can make some wine out of egg corn?
Gross.
Egg corn nog.
I just thought it was going to be like an eggplant, but the purple gets peeled back and it's like a corn of
A
cob.
corn?
Egg corn dog.
Man, the options are limitless. But you will not find any of that food anywhere in Narrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to sample the local cuisines.
Do you have shrimp corn dogs?
Ooh.
They do have shrimp corn dogs, certainly.
Clacker's wondering how they make tea down here if there's so much water. He's like, do they just put it in their mouth? Like, what do they do?
It's probably really salty, isn't it? Isn't it?
Salty.
Oh,
Salty. Oh my God.
Let's go to the shipyard.
How many silvers and a gold again?
It's
10.
10, right?
Yep.
Yeah, their
Alright.
base 10 system is pretty dope. Wish
I
wish we
appreciate
were a base
that.
10 system in America.
I always get
if-
that mixed up. for my
Ignore nickels and
3.5 days.
quarters, and we're there.
Oh, it's talking like the imperial system.
Oh, yeah, right. 12 inches and a foot. Yeah. Okay, so if you go to your journal and open Nerau Markets, just go to repairing the boat.
oh wow.
Yeah, markets.
You
See,
guys,
I
I'm-
waited. I
I'm
waited to
John.
look at the journal entries.
Shelves.
I'm the boatswain here, or the shipwright. I can repair your ship. I can get my guys to repair your ship. It's gonna be a little over 1,000 gold for a ship your size. Just repair it with wood, but if you want, we can do kind of the special and repair it with fossilized coral or with living coral. It's kind of our specialty here in Nerau. And this is like a bright ginger red-headed triton. He's got like kind of like Jack. He looks like a fish. He's got a little bit of the red like beard, like stubble. He doesn't have the full beard that Jack does, but otherwise he looks like he might be Jack's cousin, except that obviously Jack was born human. He's got his boots popped up on his desk, but he's also floating a few inches off of it because he's underwater.
Sure. Ooh, man, I gotta be honest with you. It does feel like we really should at least get the fossilized coral hull.
Right? It's like, how much money do you
Right.
guys got? Can we do the whole
I
living coral?
I have a total of 1,105 gold
How are
And
you
40
so poor?
Okay,
because
so we
I
just,
made a
You said
choice,
50.
Pippin.
Yeah.
okay, so we just have to put down 63 more gold, and then we can pay for just the wood now.
But the other items in here are really cool, but I don't think I could get conch pauldrons.
Do any
Yeah,
of our...
the whole Nerau merchandise stuff that wouldn't be in this shop, but you're welcome to like go find it in the like the market, the area between the dockyard and the university, that whole
Do you
area.
think that I can buy the necklace of adaptation and then mail it to Penny?
I
Wow.
don't think that the international mail service is that good. There's
Man,
no
I
Amazon equivalent in this world yet.
I suppose if you
those
can
conch
find
pauldrons.
somebody willing to go there for an exorbitant fee,
Right.
you may be able
Yeah,
to.
I don't know where she's at in the timeline yet. That's fine. I don't mind putting, because I did not pay for any of the boat, putting a big chunk into that fossilized coral.
I think we should also do the fossilized coral.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean, if we could get the other one, that would be kick-ass. But
that would be
that's
dope.
real
That's
expensive.
expensive.
Right.
So I'll pay
Well,
700.
it's expensive, but it pays for itself, you see, because like your boat keeps healing itself
I
while you're sailing.
understand. I understand. But it's a little out of our price range, I think.
At the current moment, yes, it is a little bit
I
pricey for our
personally
woods.
have 2,300 gold.
I'm at 2,249 gold.
I have 3,000 gold.
I will pay the 780.
Wait, you guys can afford it if you just go broke. If
Yeah,
all
but
of
then
you
we're gonna
go
be
broke.
poor, and we have to pay our crew.
That's true.
Now, I have a question. Does any of our crew want to help pay for these repairs?
Yar.
I
Yar.
doubt it.
Hey,
As
we
a
helped
full
pay
member
them
of the
out.
party, I will pitch in a little bit. Nelton says as he like swims, like slow flips, kind of in the background. The
He's
rest
just
of the
doing
crew,
like underwater somersaults.
yeah.
We all did a Kingdom Hearts style transformation, like when we went to Atlantis.
Wow.
I didn't, but
I could turn. Do you think I could wild shape just like the bottom half of my body?
For flavor only, I think that's fine.
My second question: this necklace of adaption, it's heavily subsidized for air-breathing citizens. So does that mean I can convince someone to buy one for me at a discounted price?
You may be able to convince someone to buy one for you, yeah.
Nice.
But you'd have to. We'll play through that in a minute with skill checks and everything. Let's figure out the boat first.
So
Nelton's willing to put up to 700 toward whatever repairs you choose.
If we're going fossilized coral, I can put in 800. If we're going the big boy, I'll put in 1,000.
I don't want
I
to go
think
broke.
mathematically
I don't
we
wanna do the
can't
living.
really afford
Yeah.
the big boy.
Okay, then I'll
It's
put
just too
800 towards the fossilized coral.
All right,
As
Nelton
much
puts
as I
700.
really want it, I just don't think we can afford it.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
think so.
there's
It's
no
too
kind of
much.
payment plan we could do for this.
Can I
Fred,
put it on?
can't do that unless you live here.
There's
Can
no
you
But I just
Zell.
Zell.
Sail away.
a living coral bonsai tree that I could grow on deck for an extended amount of time.
No, don't
What
have
the
anything like
fuck?
that. Hey
Jack,
man, I just work here. I'm
Jack,
just
I
running
wonder
this.
if we did that other job, if they'll let us get the living coral.
I don't know about that. That other job is gonna take a lot of time.
I mean, we still need to put 280 into that pot.
I can do that.
Okay,
All right.
If
I'm trying to calculate my monies.
All right, so 280 from Jack. That's
that's a good deal for me.
Thank you for buying the boat. Yeah.
You're welcome. I think you were talking to me.
Well, I was talking to the party. They didn't want to accept my acorn tops, so.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I am part of the party, so you're welcome. Or thank you, or whichever one you said. Anyway, here's the map, and Nelton will spread out the map. So if you want to do any shopping, or Clacker, if you want to try to convince someone to buy something for you, you can do that. Most of the goods you'll find in the market. University has like a public library and whatnot. There's some inns if you want to do some rumor milling, or if you want to go talk with the noble houses.
I think
I
the
know,
listeners might want to hear, but for anyone who's not like reading it on our stream, but there's like they sell special medium and heavy armor here that for extra cost you can extend your breath holding capacity by 125%.
Yeah.
They sell weapons here that for an extra cost they don't suffer disadvantage while underwater. That could be massive for Clacker.
I know. I'm thinking about that too. I was gonna
Well,
say
there's-
I want to find a new weapon here, maybe.
I was
Yeah.
really
And-
interested in the conch pauldrons, but I don't think I can have pauldrons. Oh my gosh, do you guys hear the puppy?
Yes.
Yes.
I have to go
Yeah.
quiet him really quickly. Sorry,
Okay,
puppy
That's all
problem.
right.
The conch pauldrons are pretty slick. Once per day when you take sanity damage, you regain 1d4 plus 1 sanity.
Yeah.
Now, that might not sound like much, but there is like fucking no way to get sanity back outside of hit dice. So anything would be a boon to that.
Also, I want to clarify, I meant for it to be your holding your breath becomes 125% what it originally was, so it just increases by 25%. If you can hold your breath for 1 minute, you can now hold your breath for 75 seconds.
I see.
Okay.
So that's extra good for Clacker then.
I mean, coral weapons doesn't really help Clacker because
Yeah.
he's already. You have a swim speed, right?
No, it's my same. Well, the weapons. They
Oh,
don't-
you don't have a swim speed?
It's just my movement speed. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you actually had an actual swim speed, even if it was just 30. Never mind. You could use a coral weapon.
That's just
As
the
far
weapon
as I'm
doesn't
aware,
suffer
Pippin,
underwater disadvantage.
all weapons that aren't like knives or pole arms suffer disadvantage underwater, regardless of whether you have a swim speed. Is that not right?
I thought it was if a creature has a swim speed, it doesn't have the disadvantage under.
Okay, let me check
Maybe.
real quick.
Wait. I will
have
double check
no
as well.
friggin' clue about that one, guys.
I think you're right.
That's
it might
some
be like
really,
knives and
that's some
spears
bird law
and
shit.
swords.
Yeah. When making a melee weapon attack, a creature doesn't. Oh yeah, a creature that doesn't have a swimming speed has disadvantage. So
Wow.
yeah, nice job.
Rules lawyer.
Rules lawyer Moriarty.
Wait, I made this cloak for a reason.
Oh yeah. Are you sure Clacker doesn't have
Oh.
a swim speed?
I think it's just the same as his movement speed. I'll double check the Orca.
Well, if you have a swim speed equal to your move speed, that is a swim speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, then I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
as long as you actually have a swim speed.
I do
Yeah.
know that bit of bird law.
Could be 10 feet underwater, but it still counts. Slowest swim speed ever.
Is it just me, or do you hear a dog barking? Is that me? Is it in my head?
Oh no, that's just you.
It's
Oh,
the
that's
one
fine.
over there with the
Lots
fishbowl
of-
on its head.
I saw lots of sea dogs in the inn. They were all drinking and relaxing. Is that not what you
And
meant?
barking. They sound like.
Oh my gosh. My puppy's so stupid. He wasn't even barking at anything.
Yeah.
And then I calmed him down and I walked away and he started like barking and I was like, oh my god, Peso.
It's called a ghost.
Right.
Wow.
Barking at the ghost.
Mm-hmm. All right. Clacker, Necklace of Adaptation. Is that a thing you want to pursue?
I kind of, yeah. I kind of do want to try to find like somebody. I want to use my my influence and my, being me, being Clacker, to kind of try to schmooze somebody into buying that for me. So I want to,
Sure.
I'm gonna try to find a citizen that recognizes me as an air-breathing citizen of Narao.
Okay.
Wait, do they get Tea and Honey Quarterly down here? Do you see any on the
Right.
newspaper stands?
Yeah, I wonder if tea is really that popular down here.
Where is Clacker's family from again?
We're Arahavian, so Arahav.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up near the Well of Fate. But
Ironic.
right, I think Nelton would have seen an issue of Tea and Honey Quarterly, like the latest issue that came out this summer, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
It has Channing on the cover.
Oh,
He's
Class.
this ripped, shirtless, blonde-haired, blue-eyed human, like delicately sipping a cup of tea while flexing.
Who is this guy?
Clacker tries to spit at it, but it just the spit just goes upward into the water.
Right. And in like fine print, like the cover of the magazine has a few different highlights, and the very last highlight in the smallest print is special. Clacker evokes and reviews the tea at the Leaping Fish Entertainment Complex.
Oh, jeez. I just have terrible memories of that tea. I'm just like, oh wow. But then I have so many memories like rushing back to me of just everything that's happened since then, and I'm like, oh jeez, I've come a long way since then. That tea was terrible. I just keep trying to find somebody, maybe like an innkeeper or somebody that would be providing tea that I can review. That I'm looking for a tea shop or a merchant or an innkeeper that is air breathing. So I can maybe review their tea in exchange for a discounted Necklace of Adaptation.
Okay.
And I could give them I could maybe give them a favorable review just
Right.
cuz.
Wow. Now we know where Clacker's standards are. His moral compass.
Morals and
lies.
ethics, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's changed since the Leaping Fish.
Well, Clacker's got a sanity strain on him still.
Yeah. He's on.
He's gone insane once.
Let's start
Oh.
with a I think an investigation check.
Investigation, all right.
Yeah.
I have my character sheet closed. Investigation, that is going to be, I have -2. A 10.
A 10. Okay, so it's gonna take you some time. You whether through lack of discipline, like you're swimming through the market and different things keep catching your eye, or just through like you keep taking wrong turns. It takes you a couple hours before you find an air breathing tea stand. But there is we'll say a gnomish couple, an elderly couple that run this tea stand together.
Yeah, I'll make my way up to them and I'll be like, oh, hey there, how you doing? How's the weather?
Wet. The older one says. Always wet.
Oh, yeah.
Always wet.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine down here. It's probably got to be, is it a pretty difficult tea market down here then, since there's just so much water around here? How do you really make it?
What do you mean? We take water and we put leaves in it and we boil it.
Well, yeah, but, it's just, how doesn't it just float around into everything else? You're surrounded by water. Does everything just have a little bit of some salt water to it then?
What? No, you put it in a cup with a lid and a straw, and then
Oh.
and then you drink it.
Oh, a straw. Okay. Oh, yeah,
And the wife, imagine like gnomes that look like Max and Valerie from The Princess Bride, Miracle Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they look almost identical. But one is still obviously like the wife and one is obviously the husband.
Right.
And so the wife will like elbow him and she'll say,
Do you not recognize him? What? What do you mean? That's...
and she'll like pull out an older issue of Tea and Honey Quarterly, and his eyes will just widen and he'll say,
Oh, you know your craft. Yeah, well, yeah, down here we just, straws. They work wonders.
Yeah, I've never had to really drink tea through a straw before because I'm not underwater very much. But is it a pretty good tea market down here?
I don't know what to compare it to.
and then the wife will kind of take over.
It's fine. I think that we would probably do, I think we would do better if we had more people who would drink tea. There's just not as many people who drink tea down here as there would be on other places. But at the same time, I think that we get pretty good traffic, maybe because there aren't as many competitors down here.
Right, yeah, you kind of have your market a little bit cornered down here, but I think Clacker's gonna kind of just start perusing their stock a little bit. Oh yeah, you got that one there. Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
The teas.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they would be. I mean, you may have heard of them, especially given like your expertise, but they are your expertise.
My expertise, thank you.
But they are like maybe teas that you've heard of but haven't tried because they're made from kelp and different kinds of sea grasses and sea teas that only grow underwater.
I know a lot of different people who would be really interested in these kinds of different teas you have down here because I haven't seen a lot of these kind of brands on the mainlands and up ashore. And he's gonna kind of lean in closer. I've got an idea. I have something I want to ask you.
All right.
Okay, so
Costs 4 silver pieces.
what? A question?
No. This cup of tea.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, great. Well, I do want to get some of your teas here because I need to try some of these. What do you say? I see you. Are they wearing some necklaces of adaption?
Yeah, they are.
I see you got one of those necklaces there, and I was wondering if you could maybe help me get one, because I could really use one, but they're pretty expensive for me, because I'm not from here, but I think you could maybe help me get one for a little bit of a cheaper price.
I see. And in return,
The
Well, I
man
have
like arches an eyebrow that's more skin than hair.
Ew. Well, I have a feature that I'm going to be writing soon for Tea and Honey Quarterly, and you've got a really, I could say, exotic and different, very broad range of products here that I would love to write about and include in there too.
Oh, I see. Your most recent issue, you were on one of the last pages. You sure that's gonna actually bring us any business? Oh, hush, Any amount of publicity in Tea and Honey Quarterly is still a good deal. We'll see what we can do, okay?
Oh yeah, of course. And I'll of course pay for the necklace myself, and I'd pay you for your time too.
All right, make a persuasion check with advantage.
With advantage. 12. Both were not
Alex,
great.
how
Eight
did you
and a
get-
4.
Your dice are so pretty.
I was just more impressed that he got burned underwater.
Wow.
So they'll do it, but as you didn't completely blow them away, they're going to ask, specifically he is going to ask for pretty hefty compensation.
How much do you want?
So, the citizen subsidy is 90% off, so we can get it for you for 120 gold pieces. But in addition to us getting it for you, I'd like that much extra for the finder's fee.
I'll give you 500 total.
Oh my, okay. And here's some tea on the house, just because we're nice like that.
What?
Is it boba tea?
That's what I was thinking.
There is boba tea here. The one that he hands you is an iced, sweet peppermint tea.
Ooh.
I'm surprised it doesn't have fish eggs instead of boba tea or something.
Yeah. Egg corns.
I'd drink it.
Oh god, not the eggcorns.
Acorns. Right.
Where's them shrimp corn dogs?
You can get a shrimp corn dog. The batter is made from I don't know, kelp flour. We'll call that a thing.
Well, this is probably the weirdest thing that I've wanted.
I was looking and seeing if there's any items I wanted from the market, like general goods, and not really. So, I would like to go to the most liveliest tavern and maybe take our good friend Savannah.
I don't
Not
care
like a
what you do
date,
when
just
you're
like
not
a
on the
friend
boat.
hang.
Sure. Not like a date.
Not a date, like a friend hang.
Why don't you just ask her on a date?
I want to
No,
hang
it's
too.
not. No.
No, it's not a date. So you guys should take Nelson with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No.
I
saying.
mean, if it's not a date,
I mean,
it
if
sounds
you
like a
just
friends
happen
thing.
to be there and you're part of the friend hang, but I'm not like asking
Great.
you to be part. I just want to go to whatever inn has or tavern has music and dancing, and it seems pretty people are. Is there any like that?
Well, remember the entire atmosphere of the city is pretty grim right now. The larger the inn, the more likely you are to find something that has a little bit more revelry, but yeah, chances aren't as good as they would be in I don't know, like Kokaris, which is kind of coming out of more dire straits.
That big one. Let's go to
Sure.
that big one.
Yeah, kind of southwest of the market.
Yeah.
What are they called?
What is the inn called?
Yarr.
Oh, by the way, the tea place was called Salty.
Salty, yes.
Was one of
No
the
wonder
people
they were
named
so
Saul?
salty.
Yeah, Saul and Tiana.
Yes.
Aww. That's cute. I find wherever Savannah's been holding up, and I say, hey,
Hey.
hey.
Hi.
I wanted to maybe get a drink. Do you want to get a drink?
So where you find her is in this inn next to the dockyard.
Oh, so
And
she's
she
already
has a
getting
drink in her hand, and all of her crew is around her.
Do you want another drink? I was thinking maybe we could do a bar crawl. It's been a minute since I've been on a bar crawl.
Hey, pub crawl. Smalley is
Yeah.
clearly all in.
Let's just friend hang, you know?
Daphne nods. I like the sound of that. Savannah's like, yeah, all right. She'll settle her tab.
Oh my fucking dog.
There's
That's
that
all right.
dog with the fish
Oh, the
bowl.
puppy.
That's how she
Yeah,
calls over
I
the
went
bartender to
to-
settle her tab.
Dog.
Sailor Screech.
I went to quiet him earlier in the tea shop because he was barking again, and then he peed all over me. So I'm having a great night, guys.
Puppies
Don't
do
get a
that. It's
don't
okay.
get a puppy.
Get a puppy. Love the puppy.
Yeah, and if you're gonna get a puppy, consider adopting them from an animal shelter, like we did with our sweet baby Peso.
Yeah. Nice.
Um,
And then go look at all of them in our Discord.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We have
Okay,
an
so someone
amazing-
asked the name of the inn here. This is the Entertaining Sharks Inn.
Yes.
Yes. First round is on me. You're welcome.
Hey! They all cheer.
I have money now. I haven't had
One of
money.
us. One of us. And
Yeah,
Smalley
I wanna-
starts leading you all like across town.
I want to get rowdy. I want like body shots. Like if there's a beer bong. You know, like a shot ski. Is there like an underwater version of a shot ski?
Oh jeez. Oh, I want there to be a luge, an ice.
Yeah,
luge.
is there like an ice luge?
The Entertaining Sharks does have a shot ski. The Entertaining Sharks is like it has a large section of air breathing areas, a section of underwater areas, and it actually has in one of the air breathing areas, it has like a magically sealed water doorway that leads into like a canal where merfolk and tritons and whatnot could just like swim through the air breathing commons area.
Is there do they have live music there? At the Entertaining Sharks?
Only at night. It's a little early for that.
Dang. Do they
Oh,
what,
dang.
do they have any acts coming through anytime soon? Anyone of note?
They
Anyone that are lobsters.
recently had the rock lobsters who have since
Oh, we just missed him.
you can talk someone up. He'll explain to you that about 2 weeks ago the rock lobsters moved on to Shikyodai.
Okay. Well, now we
Well, you know what? I've got a real weird suspicion about these goddamn rock lobsters now.
it does kind of seem suspicious, you know.
Yarr, doesn't it? I mean, they were in Cliffs Bay, and now it's Coquirus because of all that crazy stuff. Then they were here, and now the mind flayers are here, and now they're in Shekiodai, and from what I was just told, back in Coquirus Port. That's where they are next.
Let's remember this. That does seem like a weird coincidence.
It is really strange, if you ask me.
But I can't believe we missed. I would have loved to see them again, but it wouldn't have been the same without Hudson.
Yarr. Oh, good news. As for like drinking, Yola did tell me that Hudson was alive.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad he's alive.
Yarr. He also, we probably shouldn't be laughing about this, but he did tell me that he was not very happy.
Oh, Clacker just can't help but laugh anyway. He's like, oh, okay, well, no, I don't know. You can't please every god, Yeah,
Yarr.
exactly.
Yeah. Peso agrees. You can't please any gods. Yeah. So I'm starting like white girl dancing. I'm a little drunk, having a good time.
And so it's evening now, and a couple local entertainers come in and start singing their songs. They're a little bit somber, but they're clearly trying to like raise the morale of the all of the patrons, many of whom are armed and ready for combat should there be not like a bar fight, but like a full like military confrontation.
Oh,
Yeesh. That's hard to have a good time. Feels like we're just jumping out of the frying pan into the fire and then into the oven.
And then into the ocean.
Nelton nods like he made a good joke.
And then behind you, you see just Celine just like rave dancing, doing like the finger dancing.
Mhm.
And by herself. But then I am gonna do the thing where I throw the fishing lure to Savannah.
Make a persuasion check.
Do you throw an actual fishing lure because we're underwater?
Okay, hopefully Peso helps me.
Mm-hmm.
By the power of
this.
peso.
By the power, it's persuasion, not performance.
Oh, you can do performance. Either one.
That's fine. That's fine. That's a 13 minus 2, 12. No, 11.
Savannah sees you doing this and just kind of laughs and raises her glass at you and then just keeps drinking.
Yeah, and then I do the thing where I like wave my hand like that was a big joke, and I laugh and I sidle up to her.
Wow, you all right there?
Oh yeah, it's just yeah, Peso. Thank you.
she'll catch you and she'll like pat your back to stabilize you.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I've been alone for a very long time, and you know, I haven't really been out. I've been in the woods kind of by myself. So it's just nice. I'm just having a good time.
Well,
It's
that's
hard to
good.
have a good
I am
time
too.
these
Thanks
days.
for buying all these drinks. Was it all of them or just the first round? I guess we'll need to figure that out as we settle our tabs here.
I'll put $100 gold
Jeez.
coins.
Just-
Flash it
No,
all your money
75,
tonight.
75.
okay. Well, either way, Smalley and Carrington, they see that and they order an entire keg that they're gonna take with them, which will make up the difference there.
That's fine. I now have like 200 something coins.
Yeah, it's still way richer than you were a day ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, don't spend it all in one place. All right, there's other ports. There's gonna
Spend
be
it
other.
in 2 places.
Right, go to the next inn.
And I'm gonna say, Savannah, how are you faring down here? Have you ever been down here?
I've never been this far underwater, no.
Do you like it?
It's it's nice. It's always nice seeing a new sight.
Have you tried one of those shrimp corn dogs yet? Should we go get a shrimp corn dog?
Oh, that sounds lovely. That just hit the spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully like slip out with her and we can go get a street corn dog.
Make a stealth check.
I imagine every question Celine's asking, she's taking a step closer. Just like
Yeah,
every single
exactly.
time.
Yeah, good. Not good. That's an 8.
Nelson says, a shrimp corn dog. That sounds like that just hit the spot right now. I've had so much booze. I really need some like salty junk food, you know? Let's go. Great idea. And he'll grab both of your hands.
And I link my arm with Savannah.
Mm-hmm. So he's almost like child swinging between the two of you.
Yeah. I want to swing.
Yeah.
I want actually. Are we in the water section?
You can head there, yeah.
I kind of want to see how far I can throw him in the water.
Yeah, I mean, you,
Swing him and
propel him
do
a
like a
little
little
ways, right?
Nelson torpedo.
and then he'd just have a hard time like gaining or correcting his inertia, so he'll fall behind.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Sure.
Like, oops, sorry.
Right. You and Savannah can go find some shrimp corn dogs. It's late evening at this point. There's obviously not like sunset. There's just blue and dark blue and black. Out of the blue into the black. What would each of you like to do like over the course of the night? Like, do you want to stay in one of these inns? You could go back up to your boat while it's getting repaired. Are there any other areas in town that you wanted to check or things you wanted to do?
I did want to look into some condos.
Okay. Brent would have told you or directed you to House Dusk if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I'm glad we went to the bar before going to a noble house.
Right.
Yeah.
Be
Anyone want to
great
come with me?
negotiation.
Savannah, you wanna tag along? I'm thinking about purchasing like maybe a vacation rental or something.
As lovely as that sounds, I really feel like I should get some shut-eye so that I can steer our boat in the right direction on the morrow.
It's very important. Thank you for all of what you do. You're so good at it. And I pat her on the head.
Nice. All right, so Savannah and the crew gradually make their way back up to the ship at varying intervals. Smalley will stay down in the city a lot longer. Clacker, Jack, and Moriarty, did you have anything in particular? Will you join Celine in this venture, or do you have your own threads that you want to tug on?
I still want to find a weapon, but these guys can do what they want to do first.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy some of those pauldrons.
Nice. Yeah, you can do any of that. I'm not going to go through every merchant that you interact with, but as long as you spend the gold, you can get the item.
Is there any I'm not necessarily I kind of want to get a +1 greatsword, or maybe a +2 if I can afford it. Is there anything a little extra special, or just the standard ones?
You certainly couldn't afford a +2. I'm not sure that there would be one in the market. A +1 coral greatsword, or just a normal greatsword? Because I guess you have a swim speed.
Yeah, I don't need the coral. I mean,
Yeah.
just for style points, but just regular.
And let's say a normal greatsword is 50 gold pieces, so +1 I'd value at 2,000 gold pieces.
You're good for that, right?
I need to do the math for how much I spent for my potatoes, too. I will determine this before we set sail.
Okay.
You're like, let me think about it. Let me sleep on it.
Now, yeah,
Right.
let me sleep on it. I know the cost. Let's, yeah.
Yeah, don't have buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, Moriarty?
No, not that I can think of. I'll probably just go back to the ship after I buy those pauldrons.
All right.
Nagish didn't come down with us, right? He's chilling on the boat.
He's chilling on the boat, terrifying the repairman.
I imagine he's like a cat hissing at them on top of his crow's nest.
I mean, he's just telling them how much he's excited to make new friends, which is somehow even more unnerving. Just imagine, you live underwater, you spend your days swimming up and repairing, seafaring, surface vessels, and you poke your head above water, and in the crow's nest, there's a literal beholder.
Oh, we had some sort of a little glitch there.
Had a little glitch there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You were gone
good.
for a second, Cody. Welcome back.
welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to Sanity Damage,
Sorry about that, y'all.
a D&D
worries.
actual play podcast live stream show.
Was
Live
there,
show.
Pippin, was there any specific stuff that you wanted to do with Moriarty, or just kind of chilling?
Hello.
I see Pippin talking, but I can't
I
hear
see him talking. I wonder if he's muted.
No,
No
still can't
dice.
hear you.
Moriarty.
Oh, maybe is Pippin still in the bar?
Yar.
Yeah,
Yar.
right.
All right. Well.
That's why they call him Mori Barty.
Oh wow.
You know what Moriarty's doing? He's probably hitting on Savannah right now.
And he's being successful with it.
He's being so successful at it. I can't believe.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, welcome back.
Weird. Mine bugged out 5 minutes before Jack's. I mean, Cody's. and is like, I was talking, got answers when I was talking, but apparently it wasn't my answers. You're like, Cody
voicemail
and or Jack Moriarty, what are you guys gonna go for? And we're both like, those conch pauldrons. You're like, okay, you can add those and go shopping for anything you need. And I'm like, awesome. We just finished talking about it. Moriarty, what do you need? I just said I need the conch pauldrons, and then I'm just gonna go shopping. I don't hear Pippin.
Also, this is actually my voicemail. Haha, I'm not here.
Right.
Oh, that's
sounds good.
always amusing. But
So,
yeah.
no one wants to go with me, the person who has 6 charisma, to go talk to the nobles.
No, apparently Moriarty's gonna go hang out with Savannah.
Ugh.
Well, I guess I didn't realize.
I
that's
got
what you
that
were doing. I thought
idea
you said you
from
were getting a
somebody.
hotel room.
What was that, Cody?
Yeah,
I
sorry,
said
I was laughing.
Oh, it's all right. I guess I didn't realize you were going to do that. I thought you were going to get a hotel room.
No, I'm gonna go to the House Dusk to see if I could buy a timeshare.
How come I doubt you have the money for that?
200 gold, right?
I believe in D&D that about 200 gold is standard for property, like a basic house. So,
A small cottage, it'll get you something, yeah.
yeah. I don't need anything big. It's only, and plus
like
it's
a
only
little-
a timeshare. Yeah, I'm only there
Right,
for like
little
part of the
Airbnb.
year.
Well,
Your
when you
CNC, that's what you call it when it's around the ocean.
CNC.
CNC.
I'll
Oh
be
god, we
honest,
should
when you-
trademark that.
when you frame it in the buying property, I'm not really very interested in going with you. I thought you were going to talk about like business or something important.
Yeah, like buying property is business.
All right. I'm a rolling stone. All right. I'm on a boat. I sail around. We live on a boat.
Hey, Selena, I just like it down here. I'm really quite fond of these shrimp corn dogs. I buy another one.
You can get
I am
shrimp
double
all
fisting
over the
for
place.
shrimp corn dogs.
All right. You do you. I'm going back to the boat then.
Hey, look, Jack, I'm just committing to the bit. Yeah, I stride up to House Dusk.
All right. It is, let's call it 9:30 p.m. when you get there.
Yes. This is perfect.
I do a little knock, like da 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 da.
Wow.
Two bits.
The door will creak open, and you'll see that there are magical runes along the frame of the door that keep the water like sealed at the door frame, so you could step in and it would be open air. And a cleaning maid will glance up at you and then say, one moment, and then she'll scurry away and she'll come back with an elderly gentleman who is like still slipping into his tuxedo coat. Hello
Oh,
there.
his dinner jacket. Ooh.
I straighten my hat a little bit. Oh,
What kind
Hello.
of business would you have with House Dusk at this hour? It's
hi. I met your representative earlier, and he said that I could talk to you about maybe purchasing some property in the city. I'm looking for like a nice little condo or a timeshare, you know, for like when I can come and go on vacation.
so this man who is a sea elf. He looks kind of like the patrolman that you spoke with. He's got like kind of blue-green tinted skin that's otherwise close to humanoid coloration, except for like that oceanic kind of undertone. And he's got short, well manicured hair. And he'll say, "Oh, I'm just the House Dusk butler. I oversee their operations. You said you spoke with someone, one of our representatives. Who was it?"
I don't remember his name, but he had a fishbowl on his head. He met us when we came down. We have a ship in the repairs right now. Started with a B. It might have been Brisk. Or
Brent, yes.
Brent,
Now-
yes.
We can discuss business, but you recognize it's past normal business hours, like the master of the house is already preparing for his sleep. It's been very hard on him lately. I don't know how much you're aware of the happenings around the city, but he's been under a great amount of stress for a lot of reasons.
No.
He and his wife both.
I'm so sorry to hear. I literally just rolled into town. Like I said, we're here repairing our ship. Is there anything I can do? I'm quite well versed in meditation and guided breathing exercises. Just pop on in there and help him relax. I have a bag full of things that smell good that helps you relax.
As you say all of this, make a... What kind of check would this be? Make an insight check.
Okay. Let's go. Insight. Whoo, that's a unnatural 20.
Nice.
Very unnatural.
So the butler's expression changes from polite but annoyed to curious to hopeful to deeply thoughtful. And he says, wait one moment. Make yourself at home in the lobby here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go fetch them. I'll be right back.
I didn't think that was gonna work. I make myself. I take my shoes off and my hat off, and I kind of try to straighten my hair, shake it out a little bit. Leaves fall down.
Oh, and he'll wrinkle his nose, but he'll walk away anyway, and the cleaning maid will come back and sweep him up.
Stank feet.
And presently he will come back along with Mr. and Mrs. Dusk. They are they're Triton folk. They have deep purple scaly skin. Both of their hair styles are elegant but hastily done up, as they were obviously getting ready to retire for the night. He has kind of a military crew cut and an elegant French mustache. She has her hair in just kind of a simple but neat bun. Both of them, well, he has kind of a deep maroon, kind of reddish hair that's graying at the temples, and she has more indigo, almost black hair. It looks like she might be dyeing it. They're both athletic, and their clothing, even though it's their night wear and house robes thrown over it, it's still elegant looking, bespeaking their position.
Yeah,
And,
I give a deep bow to the man, and then I curtsy at the lady, and I kiss her hand like a
thank you.
gentleman, because I'm a gentle lady.
Right. Well, thank you. Your name, dear?
Yes, I am Celine the Star Child. I was told by Brent that I might venture here to inquiry about buying some property, perhaps a condo or a timeshare. But your very nice and talented butler told me that you two have been under some duress lately, and I offered my services. I am a practitioner of the druidic arts. I can do guided meditations and breathing practices. I also have made little relaxation scent pouches. You can put it under your pillow to help you sleep. Just if you are of need of any of those services, I'm more than happy to provide.
The butler will kind of lean over to the lord of the house and whisper something in his ear. And the lord nods and says, "Well, you see, we appreciate that. We actually have something else in mind. Well, we will take the smelling pouches that help relax. We'll be very grateful for that, and we'll pay you accordingly. There's a matter of some delicacy that we would like assistance with. Did you travel here alone, or do you have other companions who may offer their unique talents?
Oh no,
Specifically in the arts of meditation, relaxing, healing, as you were speaking of.
I am the only one who is practiced, but I do have a crew. See, we're here docked. Our ship we were ambushed by Taiwanese naval ships, and we're just here seeking repairs. I believe I have a cook. I have my captain. He seems he's very in with the old, if you know who that is. So maybe he might be of some assistance. And have you ever heard of Clacker Volkson, who he's a tea expert? If maybe you were looking for some relaxation teas.
I'm familiar with the house. I don't know him in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
But yes, I can summon them if you would like. What is the nature of the task you have in mind?
It's rather difficult. It seems like he's kind of fumbling for words, which
I'm gonna.
is kind of surprising for a noble to be caught flat-footed.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and cast guidance on him for just to make him feel good and fuzzy inside.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. He'll nod. He'll say, "We have a child, you see, who has how do you say it? She's in great mental distress. We're hoping that your guided meditations may help her regain her composure."
Yes, I see. I might have a tea, not on me, on the ship that could perhaps calm her mental state. And let me summon my crew. And I will send a message to eeny, meeny, miny, Jack.
All right. Now, do you have the sending spell somehow?
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant sending. I get message and sending mixed up. I do have sending.
we were trying to figure this out last week because you weren't here. Druids don't have access to it, but was it a magic item thing I gave you?
No, Druid should have sending. I had it on my spell list.
Rules check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check out that spell list.
They do not.
Nope.
They do not.
Oh, I mean, I could, maybe we could, is this an urgent matter, or could we reconvene in the morning when it's a little bit more, a better time, not so late this night, or I can just nip back up to the ship real quick and come back?
The sooner that she's restored, obviously, the happier we'll be, but she has been like this for over 2 weeks, so I don't suppose another night will make a difference.
Okay, well, let
Sad
me,
as it is to say.
I mean, if you don't mind, let me just nip up to the ship real quick, grab my friends and that tea, and, pop right back, okay?
Very well, we'll get some refreshments ready.
Okay.
And the Lord and Lady will bustle into the kitchen along with a few servants and start preparing, some late snacks, late drinks, while you assemble everyone.
You're right, there is no druid sending. I messed up my
We
spell
thought it was
list.
like from your item
No.
or something.
I was looking at a list of specific druid spells when I was picking my spells, and it's had sending on it, and it's wrong. So that's on me.
Weird.
Yeah, that means I need to pick a new 5th level. That's fine. I won't do that right now. So yeah, I nip back up to the ship and rally the troops.
All right. Well, so what? They're not feeling good. I don't really know how I can help in this situation.
Well, I have a feeling that maybe she might be in some need of some sanity.
Oh,
you know, some tea
I
that will.
actually can help about that.
Yes, and maybe Yold might have some insight. I don't know. Do you want to come?
I'll be honest with you. Yold comes to me. I'm not. It's not really a two-way relationship like that.
Okay.
But I can help with sanity.
Okay. While I'm up at the ship, I also
Yold
make
has blessed
some
me with that ability.
3 little sachets of just like a handful of my good smelling pouch.
Well, wait. Has it been? We haven't long rested since the fight, have we?
You have.
No, we have.
We have.
Oh, we have. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We kind of just cruised haphazardly
okay, yeah,
back
you're
to
right
the
then.
city.
Yeah.
I mean, to the
Yes.
city.
Yeah, remember you had your Yule dream. That was after the
Yeah.
battle.
Yold's dream.
Okay, absolutely then.
Then yeah, I can help a lot.
I'm in. I'll talk-
Clacker, you want to come with us and brew some magic sanity for him?
Oh yeah, sure. I think I can make it pretty good.
Moriarty, can you help in this situation? I mean, I feel like you're more of a man of science.
We need some Moriarty.
Are you trying to put me into a tea?
Okay, well we should get going.
Do you have any way to calm emotions or anything like that?
I mean, I can make a mean meal, and that tends to calm some people down.
Or it's worth a shot.
If that doesn't work, I can always just, bring down a big old keg of alcohol and,
I
let it
think
knock
they're
the
a
person out.
child.
Well, they won't need to drink as much then,
mean-
will they?
They didn't say how old the daughter was.
Yeah,
She
the
could
couple
be-
is pretty elderly.
Yeah, she could be like a teenager. Oh my gosh, teenager or a young adult. I don't know.
All right, well, let's bring some liquor then, I guess, and some seaweed. Is it legal here?
Yeah, can we get her? Just get her stoned, crossfade her.
And I do have some seaweed, and I do have the liquor. But
There you go.
you know
Yeah.
what? If you give me about a half hour, I'll make some special brownies. If that's
Yeah.
their
Good
fate,
help.
They seemed this was they were eager to see her restored to her regular senses post haste. So I said if they didn't mind staying up. Yeah.
Fine, I will bring the supplies to make the brownies down there.
Yes, they have a nice house. I bet you they have a nice kitchen.
All right, then. Let's go restore some sanity.
All right, so
Don't
you head
jump
back
along.
down, and we will take our break. And when we return, we will see what all these elderly nobles would like from you. So we'll see you all at the hours. That'll be about 7 minutes from now.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Toodles.
Bye.
Do I have to mute myself?
Yes.
Yeah, just go ahead and mute yourself.
Okay.
Yep. Hop in a Discord.
Yar.
All
We
right.
returning from break.
Welcome,
back.
Hope y'all had a good break too.
So where we're picking up, the four of you, Nelton not being super like skilled at finessing people's sanity, has remained on the boat. At least that's the reason that he gave for remaining on the boat.
I will insist that Nelton joins us.
Fine. You know I won't be helpful.
That's fine. It's a rich person house. It might be fun.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
He'll look.
We're not
longingly back at the
intentionally
ship.
bringing you to rob it, though. Just for heads up.
I mean,
I
if you
know.
maybe
Come on.
walk
I'm a
little
hero
bit-
now.
Oh,
No,
I mean, if
mean.
there's always a possibility we were bringing you for robbing, I was just saying.
He will loudly declare,
I'm more moral than that. I don't steal from people that don't deserve it.
and then he'll like glance back to try to be sure that Snape knows that.
Oh. Would you say that you've had an alignment change, maybe?
Yeah, I'm a hero now. Happens to a guy after he dies.
You gotta flex his muscles and like look back at Savannah.
Exactly. Yep. You
Damn
see
it!
Back in House Dusk, once you're back all down there, and yes, Nelton is with you, they'll set out some teas. These teas are hot, and they're in mugs, because they don't need straws, because, like, the house has air. Got a little assortment of nuts and different, like, seaweed wraps for, like, a little charcuterie board kind of thing.
Yar.
And they'll gesture to their reception room, have you all take seats, and just introduce yourselves. They'll introduce themselves as Lady Fenra and Lord Aquarius of House Dusk.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Captain Jack Rackman. This is my crew. I believe you've already met Celine.
And I tip my hat.
I
I
hope he
wink.
falls out.
I wink with the other eye and put it back in my good-smelling pouch bag.
This tall fellow here is Clacker Volkson. He's our tea expert. He had brought along some special tea.
I take out my horn from my blowhole and I give a little, like, bow and head nod. And then I put my horn back in my blowhole.
And then this other guy is our cook. His name's Moriarty. And he's gonna cook us up something great. That'll help calm your daughter's mind. Some real first class 5-star cooking.
And I made 3 of my little satchels for you, and I okay. Have you ever been to like a hippie store and they have those like little
Yes.
like at the front desk, and they usually have like it's full of like lavender or something, and it's sewn up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
made
Little-
that quickly. Yeah.
Medicine pouches or whatever.
Yeah,
they call it.
exactly. And you can
Yep.
put it under your pillow or like in your sock drawer or something so it doesn't smell.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I made for them, and with little like embroideries of stars on it.
And they're just dripping wet as you hand them over.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of shock therapy?
Sorry, I was
Potential episode title. Episode 68, Shock Therapy.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna wait. That's your plan?
It'll work.
I thought you had calm emotions or something.
I have something better than calm emotions.
Oh, jeez.
We
With the power of the old and my electricity, I can restore sanity. It's something I picked up back in Cliffs Bay. I was taught by,
God, I think it was Kraz or someone taught me how to do this. It's basically healing word, so it's not super powerful, but
it's
it's
the calming word or whatever.
Yeah, restorative words.
Restorative
Yeah.
words. Yeah.
I should stock
And it's,
that.
it's a second level spell, but I'm fully stocked up. I mean, I got 3 second level spells, 3 third level spells, 2 fourth
Yeah.
level spells,
If
and a
it's
fifth level
if it's
spell.
not written in the spell, if I neglected, then add a d4 for each upcast. So
Oh,
same
okay.
as yeah.
I
same
mean,
as
I was
healing
willing to
word.
just keep doing D4s until I...
Yeah, sure. No, I
I-
intended it to scale like healing word. It just obviously is less useful because it has a minute casting time and starts at second level.
Right.
If you'll allow me to, because I did an oopsie and stocked sending, can I stock Greater Restoration for my 5th level?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I do.
Okay, so Lord Aquarius will say, well, thank you all for coming on this short notice. I mean, obviously we weren't expecting this either, but I'm really hopeful that you'll be able to help our daughter. We are one of the most prominent noble houses in the city, and so we frequently have meetings of great import and military and political officials in our house frequently. So we have had to keep our daughter in the sanatorium next door. It's not a very good place. It used to be a high-end inn that has fallen into disrepair, so we've invested a lot of our own personal funds in restoring it and trying to be sure that both our daughter and the other insane throughout the city are receiving the treatment they need. While remaining in comfortable conditions, as comfortable as they can. So, if you can at least help our daughter, if you're able to help anyone else as well, then that would, just go above and beyond. But our daughter, her name is Freya. If you just ask reception, she'll be able to tell you where to find her. Fenrir will nod and she'll say, and in exchange for this, Celine, I believe you were asking about some kind of property investment?
Yes, I would like to purchase either a timeshare or a condo, something a little small and cozy.
Small and cozy, I'm not sure about that. I mean, we have a nice 4-bedroom house. Like a
Oh.
guest house.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fine.
All of our small, cozy things are currently, in use in the market, so it'd be difficult to work anything out there. But yeah, our guest house is yours whenever you need it.
Oh, well, thank
Provided
you.
that no one else is staying, and if someone else is staying, then we'll work something out with one of our
Yeah,
spare
of course,
rooms.
of course. There'll probably be some sort of schedule and, scheduling. We'll figure it out.
All right. Well,
That extends to all of you, of course. Provided that you are able to help our daughter.
sure. I was hoping for some sort
But
of
on
money.
that. On that note, I'm going to use your kitchen and start a bakery.
Very well. Excellent.
That will help her relax and into a more accommodating.
You were hoping for some sort of money, Captain?
Well, I mean, me and my crew had our eyes on that living coral hull that you guys were offering in down at the port.
Oh, you're gonna be a tough I can help with that persuasion check.
Yeah, make
I
a
thought
make a
I was-
persuasion
I'll cast
check
guidance.
with advantage.
Guidance.
Persuasion check with advantage and whatever other bonuses you get.
Advantage.
Alright, let's add a D4.
Yeah.
Double 19.
Uh,
Wow.
Let's go ahead and add a flash of genius.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Which that didn't say how it
We
works.
are, well, apparently, I don't know how to roll. I thought I did.
Slash roll.
Slash R 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what the problem. A 3.
So what's my grand total here? I got
you get
19 plus 3 plus your modifier.
You get a
28
5
plus
from
3
me.
plus 5. Okay, so 36.
Let's fucking go.
Yar.
Yar.
Just the most casual, just casually dropping it, like,
That's living coral home.
I thought I was greedy with my necklace of adaption, trying to swindle that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cody was like keeping his cards
jeez.
close to his chest, just waiting for that.
Seriously.
Lady Fenra will nod. She'll say, you help our daughter. You help her return to herself. I think we can arrange that.
Well,
Clap.
let's send word to the shipwrights real quick. Hold them, tell them not to get too deep.
Yeah, they'll make sure that the butler is communicating all of that.
Clacker
Well,
goes with
all
Moriarty.
right.
Clacker's like, I'm gonna start getting some of that tea ready.
yeah.
Scurries
Yeah.
over.
Crew,
I'm gonna
get
be
to
making
fucking
the
work.
best seaweed. Well, I
So
don't know
you
if they do
put-
brownies, but some sort of pastry.
Sure, yeah. You've put 1,780 down for the ship repairs. Increase that by 740 more, and they'll waive the rest of the expense in
Oh,
exchange for helping
done.
the daughter.
Yeah.
Done and done.
This is subject to reversal if the daughter does not get better.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I kiss Lady Dusk's hand one more time and I bow ostensively.
Yeah, I'll like do a flourish with my hat and
Well, it's been great doing business with you. Let's get to work then.
I mean, I was gonna do it from the kindness of my heart, but
Don't tell
Well,
them that.
and the timeshare.
the timeshare.
You guys are all like placating, and I'm just in the kitchen now already, just wasting it.
And I'm just hanging out, like I'm full, relaxing.
Take me and Celine to your daughter's room, and we'll get to work.
Well, it's in the sanatorium. I
Why?
figured we'd just go all together.
Do they have a
Okay.
kitchen in the sanatorium?
Yeah, we'll meet you there.
They won't have one that has the same like functioning capacity as House Dusk's kitchen.
Yeah, it's probably a nice, rich ass person kitchen. It probably has like the pot filler over the stove.
Yeah,
It's
it's got
within-
like all the trappings.
Yeah. Their microwaves like in the drawer and you pull it out.
Those don't exist yet, but
Sea microwave.
right. Yeah, we're not quite that technologically advanced on this planet. But yeah, the sanatorium by comparison would be more like a typical medieval castle, kind of got like a couple large what do you call them? Fireplace. There's a word for a fireplace that you use to cook. I can't think of it off the top of my
A
head.
hearth?
yeah.
hearth?
Yeah, thank you.
With like
Yeah,
a
so they'd
cauldron
have-
over it.
Right, they'd have some of those, but they wouldn't have the whole House Dusk set up.
There better not be a hag in there.
I mean, we could also use the guest house. I mean, that probably has a kitchen,
Yeah, which
right?
if you zoom in on House Dusk in the sanatorium, it's the you can kind of see like a separate house here. You can see the whole house looks like kind of a assortment. So it's this whole little like hexagonal rooftop up here. That's yours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Man, I was joking with Nathan before stream of being like, could I get a timeshare? I didn't think he was actually gonna do it.
Negotiating with the Dusks was in my campaign notes, so when you said that, I was like, I mean, yeah, they're wealthy. They can offer that. So,
Yeah,
it's
they're
fun.
pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that worked, Celine.
In the sanatorium, so it's Jack and Celine first, and then Clacker and Moriarty will join a little bit later. Am I understanding that?
Sounds good to me, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yep.
Okay.
I am a little bit nervous about this sanatorium thing. Why do they feel the need to lock her up there?
Yeah, they did not mention that at first, but I think, I mean, between the sanity, some meditation, electroshock therapy, and
Sure.
seaweed, we should get it right as rain.
The
I certainly hope so, because it's a good, it's a really good reward.
The dismal building seems like it was once a large and opulent inn, but it has since been stripped of any cheerful lighting and is overgrown with barnacles. It professes its inhabitants' sorrows in a chorus of shrieks and low wails. Wails, not whales, Clacker.
Ooh, where's Peso when you need him?
Right. The attendant in the entry foyer is an elderly, bottle-nosed dolphin folk.
How can I help you?
She squeaks.
There's
yes.
perhaps a dozen and a half inmates at this time. Are you seeking asylum yourself, or are you visiting someone?
Yes, I'm
No.
going to drop off this one.
He's kidding. He's kidding. I slap him on the shoulder. No, we were sent by Lord and Lady Dusk, to assist their daughter Freya.
Oh, of course, Freya. Yes. Okay.
May-
Just follow me.
Alright.
And she'll lead you through the hallways. You know, it's like, I mean, it kind of has the vibe of like the Overlook Hotel. You know, it's got like the nice rugs, but there's locked doorways on each side, some of which are clearly inhabited, some of which might just be empty. The dolphin folk will explain as she's like kind of waddling in front of you, leading you through this area.
Just like, yeah, those who have had psychotic breaks and other issues have they've all been quarantined here because all of the priests and healers capable of restoring them to sanity have to they have to accompany the army on the front lines down south, so they're not able to be here. So luckily the Dusks are doing everything they can to keep the sanatorium in as good conditions as possible.
And have you
Obviously
seen
it's not ideal.
an uptick of admittances recently?
Oh yes, this used to not even be a thing at all.
I see. I mean, we kind of saw something similar in Colcaris, which was the name of Cliffs Bay. We kind of liberated the whole city and renamed it, no biggie.
Uh-huh.
But yes, let's see if we can help this young girl.
Young. I mean, she's 40.
Oh, so a mature, respectable lady.
A noble of society, yes. This is
Yes.
hers.
It's like
Any
one
of
of the
them.
corner suites that's a little bit bigger than the other ones.
Before we go in there, can you give us some details?
Yes, what symptoms is she exhibiting?
Well, I mean, it will be pretty evident when you go in. Do you really want me to explain before? I mean, I don't love talking about it, but yeah.
Alright.
I like discovering things for myself. Thank you so much for your time. We have some more friends who will be joining us with some more supplies. If you could graciously allow them in after us, it'd be greatly appreciated. And I hand him an acorn top.
All right. Well, thank you for this, I guess.
A token of goodwill. It's quite valuable from where I'm from.
Alright then, well let's go on in and see what's going on there.
Freya Dusk is an amphibious humanoid with purple skin like her parents, slightly darker purple hair. She's huddled in one corner. She looks emaciated and her eyes hold a vacant, somewhat manic expression. Her clothes were once fine, but now look tattered, and when she looks to you and opens her mouth, you see that she has lost all of her teeth.
I've been there.
I was gonna say, yeah, relatable content for Jack.
Right.
Can I Is she just completely
Not quite. When it, like she'll look at you and she'll kind of ramble a little bit. After a second, you can make out that she's saying, Patui Manwagath Cthulhu relay with Noggle Fatagan. Patui Manwagath Cthulhu relay with Noggle Fatalan.
let's see. I'm looking at the languages that I speak.
Cthulhu relay with Noggle Fatagan.
I'm assuming that's not trade speak or Arcathians or
It
Celestial.
is quite not that. She'll point out at you, and you'll see that actually her fingernails are gone too.
That's not good.
I'm going to druid craft a nice little those like coastal flowers that grow in California and like the leaves are kind of like succulent-y.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what those are called, but I craft one of those for her.
Okay.
And I leave it next to her. And I sit down next to her, kind of just like crisscross directly across from her.
Yeah, she'll smile and she'll kind of poke the flower, but she'll just keep babbling.
Hi, Freya. My name is Celine. I'm friends with your parents. Do you remember your parents?
Tui Magwagath Cthulhu relay Wignoggle Fatagan.
Yes, Weknagel Yes, I agree.
Ooh.
Uh,
Ooh.
Oh, I do?
You said a thing. Take 4 sanity damage.
Shit. This is the first time Celine's taken sanity.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
A
Is
new
it now?
pain.
All right, I see this is gonna be easy.
And yeah, Jack will, at a second level, cast that restorative word spell.
Jack? Nathan?
Zoomed
Don't
in.
like that.
Yeah, it is quite the zoom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cast it at a second level.
All right. It's the
Let's see
normal
here.
1d4 plus spellcasting. Can y'all
Plus
hear
my
my music? My
spellcasting
music
level.
stopped working.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I can hear music.
Really?
Huh. Can you, Jack?
Oh,
my
there's
goodness.
Peso. There he
That's the
is.
music.
There it is. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
No worries. Oh, that's much
Peso out
better.
here singing the song of his people.
Mhm.
So I did get a 4
Nice.
plus
And it's
my...
not necessarily intelligence. It's whatever. I think yours is charisma.
Oh, yeah. Plus 5.
Yeah. Okay. 9. sanity.
9.
Oh, I don't think my token's out here.
Ugh.
Freya will blink. She'll look up at Celine, who's sitting next to her, and she'll say, "My parents sent me."
They sent me and my friend Captain Jack over here.
My parents sent me. My parents sent you. Right. My parents sent you to me.
Yeah,
To me.
they're very nice people and they really want you to start feeling better. I'm gonna reach out and touch her shoulder.
Mhm.
Nothing happens to me? Okay.
Nothing
Yeah, I'll
happens
see
to her.
how well
She'll-
that always ends up in every other situation.
I know.
She'll like kind of grab onto it with one of her fingernailless hands. But that's
And
all.
I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration. Cast spell. So, one effect that charmed or petrified the target, any curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magical item, any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, or one effect reducing the target's hit point maximum. I'm hoping it's a curse.
Do you have diamond dust worth at least 1,000 gold pieces?
No.
Okay, you need that to cast this spell.
Never mind. Damn.
Is it 1,000 or
Go
100?
buy some real quick.
Yeah, can we go buy
it
some
is
diamond?
a good shot. Yeah, it's 100. So yeah, you can
Can I
subtract that, you
consume my?
got that.
Yeah, so I have
Yeah.
130
Yeah.
coins. Okay, good thing I didn't blow all my money.
Yeah, good catch. Thank you, Pippin.
No problem. I was like, I don't remember it costing them much.
Yeah, I
Right,
dig
yeah.
around in my good smelly pouch and I like get a handful of diamond dust and I kind of just like and blow it in her
Yeah.
face.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she'll
Her
smell
eyes are now bleeding.
Wow.
Okay, so what I'll do for tonight, I should have figured this out in advance and forgot to, but I'm gonna say the Greater Restoration is, for tonight I'll say it's half sanity points,
Okay.
and Lesser Restoration is like a 10% of their sanity.
Okay.
I'll think about those numbers and I may change them later, but so she's at half sanity plus the stuff from Jack, so she's a lot better than she was a moment ago.
Mhm.
She'll look back and forth. Where am I? Is this the Dusk Sanatorium?
Yeah,
Yarr.
we met your parents. They said that you've been here a while. Can you remember anything?
It is coming back. How long? How long has it been?
They said about 2 weeks.
2. Okay.
I'll hold her hands and also give her pump a cure wounds into her just so to like any scratches and stuff that she has.
Yeah, her like the tips of her fingers like scab over.
Yeah, that's some heals back.
Yeah. She obviously doesn't regrow her. Maybe not obviously. She does not regrow her teeth. She's not a species that can do that. So her talking is obviously a little bit muddled, but she'll say, I remember I was sent south to investigate the fortress. It had only recently gone dark. It had gone dark maybe a week before I was sent, so 3 weeks ago or thereabouts. I was sent with a group of nobles and military folks and convicts looking to reduce their sentences. Carlurk, he was a bard. Chomp Razorfin was and Diatessaron, they were both trying to reduce their prison sentences for crimes they'd committed. Anyway, we all headed down there and to the fortress, and it was completely overrun by, and her eyes will get kind of a fractured, vacant look.
Oh
She
my
won't vocalize anything, but her lips will move in a pattern that you recognize as being kind of what she was mumbling before you healed her up a little bit.
I squeeze her hand. You're okay. It's okay.
It was overrun by mind flares, illithids, and their creatures, their pests, the little brains on legs, terrible things, and there was. She shudders in memory of this. She'll say, there was one mind flare, called himself the Avatar of Cthulhu. Nyarlathotep, that was his name. Nyarlathotep, the Avatar of Cthulhu.
When she starts
Avatar
talking
of
like that
Cthulhu.
again, I'm gonna cast my spell again.
So
By the power of your-
Yanarlatili starts.
Damn.
Convulsing a little bit, right? Yeah, that was his name. That was his. Thank you. That was his name. Nyarlathotep.
Narlatili.
Nyar.
Yar.
Yarg.
Yarg. Talk about mind flayer grammar.
Avatar, and he attacked us all. I was the only one to make it out. The rest of them, She looks down at her hands. I was the only one. I would have helped them, but I was powerless. I couldn't. There was nothing.
Yarg, listen. I also have survived a great tragedy and been the only survivor. You know, you can't feel bad for... There's such a thing called survivor's remorse. And you can't blame yourself. It wasn't your fault.
I am very, very devastated that we did not get to meet Chomp Razorfin, though. That's really gonna weigh on me.
Listen, I don't really want to meet the guy named Chomp Razorfin, alright? That's...
He was still alive when I left. It's possible that he made it out. Oh, wait, no, he was babbling even worse than me when I left. I think he's fully in their control.
How many of these mind flares would you say are there?
She kind of goes wall-eyed, takes her a minute to refocus. I'd say at this point Moriarty and Clacker can show up with the brownies as well.
In the sanity.
Sanity.
Yeah. And so the two of you would walk in on her saying, oh, there were at least a dozen mind flares. Probably more now, right? It's been weeks.
Well, you're safe now. What I want you to do is just rest and get better, okay? These are my friends. Clacker has some lovely tea for you to drink, and I believe Moriarty brought you a little tasty treat as a little surprise. Shall we see about getting you home into your own bed where you can be cozy and warm and get a good night's sleep?
That would be lovely.
Okay. Here, sip this tea, have a little nibble, and I'll go see what we can do about getting you out of here, okay?
Thank you. Thank all of you so much.
Mm-hmm. And I maybe go... Ooh, do I want to fast track my writing skills? Absolutely.
Right? Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Says the guy with like a master's degree in writing. I kind of step out of the room. I maybe bring Jack. I don't know. Should we? I don't want to leave her alone.
I mean, so just to fast track this a little bit, to fast track the writing here, the dolphin folk that's kind of the caretaker of the sanatorium is an employee of the Dusks, and so I'm sure that the butler got in contact with her and explained what's going on, so she wouldn't try to prevent you from taking Freya out if you feel like Freya is stable enough to go back home.
Yeah, I probably help her up after she's had some sanity and a brownie.
Perfect.
We should probably get her back home before they totally kicks in.
It's about an hour. We're good.
Fair?
That was a delicious
mean-
brownie. You're a great cook.
Well, thank you, lovely.
And how
I'm
much
gonna
is the
cast my
sanity?
spell
How much
one more time.
does it? Yeah, restore.
It does 1d4 plus 1.
Okay, go ahead and
So 3
factor
more.
that in.
2.
Oh, my
She is-
7 plus that 2.
With the sanity, that actually took her up above the 3/4 threshold.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Greater
So
Resto
the
did a
sparkle kind of comes back into her eye instead of the dull fade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking like a bit like her old self, probably, but is probably just really tired.
I'm gonna
Yeah, like
whisper to
her
Moriarty.
shoulders aren't hunched anymore. Her back is a little bit straight, but when you like catch her out of the side of your eye, sometimes you'll still see her not vocalizing, but like her lips moving in that pattern, saying that fell incantation. Like it's just a muscle twitch, you know. It's like she was at 0 sanity for 2 weeks. It's just kind of imprinted on her.
Sure. I'm gonna say to Moriarty,
Could you manufacture some some false teeth for her.
I could work on something along those lines, sure. I
I
mean,
feel like would help her mental state a lot if she
Yeah,
didn't
and
see
and
herself
The
in
Dusks
her
can
current
certainly
condition.
afford dentures as well, if that's a real concern for you.
I can try
Sure,
to
I was just worried about her seeing a mirror.
Oh, sure.
I could
Cover all
also
the mirrors. I'm not gonna say it in front of her, but I'd be like, listen, if I went out of being insane for 2 months and then I saw myself in that condition, I might just go insane again.
I mean, haven't you seen yourself in like that kind of?
What are you
State of
talking about?
change?
I'm great. I'm doing
Okay.
fine. I grew my teeth back.
Right.
I mean, I can
Now, if I
also.
would've been forced to continue in my reduced state, if my skin fell off forever and my teeth fell out every day.
After I get some sleep in my timeshare, I could top her off with some more sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely keep going too.
but
If
I
she
mean,
doesn't seem fully, I should still have.
Yeah, I mean, she's above 3/4. She's in like the safe zone.
Yeah.
And you know, as Clacker is well experienced with, sometimes the effects will linger a little bit.
Well, yeah, you know what happens. Sometimes you get some vitriol floaters that just stick around for a bit.
Just
and, you know,
won't go away.
You become afraid of seal folk, those little rat bastards.
Well, here, how about one more before we hit the road?
One for the. A road restorative word.
That was a 3rd level cast.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, the Dusks are overjoyed to have her back. Fenra quickly ushers her daughter away to help her get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Aquarius will stay behind and thank you all, give you keys to the timeshare.
I
Ensure you
will-
that the installments on the boat hole are going smoothly.
Yeah, I will take him now that Freya's probably getting settled in. I'm gonna talk to Lord Dusk and I'm gonna say, so mind flares looks like they're invading. We just ridded them of Cliffs Bay. They are no joke. If you guys haven't already, I would it seems that they're closing in.
We have an entire multi-battalion military siege off this tower. We have not been able to make progress, but we've prevented them from making any progress as well.
I see. Would you know of anyone who might be able to get a message to a friend?
I think that can be arranged.
Yes. See, we have some friends that are experts, one would say, at slaying these creatures. And maybe we just want to give them a heads up that this could be the end of the world if we don't stop this. Like, no pressure. But that's kind of what our mission is to find the source and stop them.
The
So-
tapestry of care lines across his face deepens.
Yeah, sorry, it just seems like you might have some influence. This isn't something to be taken lightly, as you've seen. This might be considered personal, and just great care should be taken.
Of course, yes. Most of the noble houses are in agreement there. We're doing
Yeah.
what we can to support the military and to enhance its capacity to stop this before it gets worse. But if you can get word to your friends, I'm sure I can find someone who can cast the sending spell on your behalf while you're in the city.
It would be greatly appreciated, and we thank you kindly. We hope that Freya gets back to her old self. Maybe she could find someone to talk to, like a therapist or a counselor might help. I think she has some post-traumatic stress issues that are going on. Yeah, just she might not be back to her normal self right away, but give it some time and some care. She'll get there.
Thank you again. And his facade cracks a little bit. You can see how difficult the past couple weeks have been for him. We won't roleplay through the whole thing, but you can find it in the morning after the night's rest. You can find someone to cast sending, and you can communicate something to the other crew.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess before we continue with this party, I'd want to know: do you ask them to try to help out with the tower and intervene with the fortress, or just be aware that it's going on?
Well, I think, and boys, you can back me up here. So the other party is going to Shigeodai because they know that's another Mind Flare hotspot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this information would cause them to change their course.
We did know Zug Zug was at
Shigeodai. Zug Zug was at Shigeodai maybe a month ago. We know that, but there's this dude called, oh god,
The Avatar of Cthulhu.
yeah, that
Yeah.
might be some big potatoes.
It may in case. That's true.
I definitely do think that
We also were about to send them a message saying, "Hey, forget about the battle. Just go for the items."
yeah.
Oh, were we? Okay.
Well,
That was-
that's Yold had suggested it, but then he also suggested, well, Yold, he's very cryptic. He had basically said something along the lines of don't lose sight of the forest through the trees,
Right.
don't
And
lose the war to win a battle.
Right, and that was going to be my original suggestion, was to if we start off going to get the ship, that they start off at the opposite end and then we meet in the middle. But it kind of, I don't know, guys.
Listen,
I'm
all we
just
can
a
listen,
dumb-
All we can do is give them the information,
Information.
and then they can make up their minds on what they want to do. I would suggest in the message we send them to tell them that it might be a good idea for them to go straight for the treasure instead of bothering to fight the Mind Flayers in one-on-one combat. But if they really want to do that, that there's some guy named the Avatar of Cthulhu who could use his ass kicking.
You know what? That's not
And
a bad
then-
message.
Yeah, because
Okay, was that one?
I feel like Yold warned me that if I to make too many demands of crew members, that especially that are not extremely familiar with my commanding style like you lot, that they might get disillusioned and then do whatever they want anyway. So it's better to let them decide for themselves, but give all the information possible.
Yeah, okay, let's try to get this in 25 words. So, hi,
Definitely
miss
say the
you.
words Avatar of Cthulhu.
Hi, miss you. In Narao. Shit going down. Avatar of Cthulhu is around underwater.
Don't take out the word underwater. We don't need that word.
Okay, take out underwater. Is around. Hold on, I have 7 more words left.
Why don't we just pay the man for 2 messages?
No. I have 7 words.
Yold says go for the treasure instead. That's 7 words.
Moose, Yold said, treasure, go get it. Bye.
If I used them, I'd be more confused than ever.
And I send it to Penelope.
Well, she's fucked.
It was between Penelope and Abraham. I think if I sent it to Tor, he wouldn't say anything.
Tor be like,
Okay. He just wouldn't say anything.
fight here. Let's go.
So this second boat that I dragged out on the map is roughly where the crew probably is. I'll replace it with a boat that looks more like their actual boat once we know what kind of boat they got. The circle here is the southern fortress, and kind of the radius where they're barricading it. Only they're only barricading like the northern half. They don't have a true presence on the southern half. So that kind of gives you the information to work with. You guys are obviously in the capital city at this point, so
Yeah.
I don't know. That being the case, they're probably closer to there. They're not far from it.
Yeah, I mean, because I think if they were to go for the treasure, I think the most they're closer to the Arcathians, and they can go down this like trajectory down.
Right. So
And we're doing
if
like
that-
an up.
Mhm. If that happens, then that conversation will need to take place. Right now, Jack is just considering asking them to do that, so they'd still be maintaining the current plan. We will maybe in the future when we're doing boat like traveling sequences, we'll go back and forth every couple weeks. I'll have to think about that, but
Yeah.
we'll when we get to the other crew, I'll let you know when they receive that message.
Sure.
And what
And
they
then-
decide to do with it.
I don't know. Penelope probably says something dumb like, okay, that's cool. Thanks. Bye.
I would add, we know terrible monsters under attack.
Yeah. Miss you.
Wait, what did she say at the end? They're
Miss
under
you.
attack.
We know there are terrible monsters. We are under attack. Miss you. XOXO.
Yeah, that
Gossip
sounds like
Girl.
Penelope.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
Wow.
That
That's
was
not
so
what you want to
funny.
hear.
Oh, that's good to know.
So before we head off, completely from all the dust stuff, Moriarty would recommend if they can find somebody with regenerate, maybe they could gather up the daughter's teeth and see if that works.
Jeez.
What? I would think it would
It's-
work.
It probably would. That's a 7th level spell, I believe.
But all the
So,
healers are
yeah.
not there.
Yeah,
I
there
didn't
is-
crazy how
say
much
it
I
had to
looked
be
it up.
right now.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
I
could
mean, they
probably
can-
like, get rich person dentures. They could probably get like gold dentures.
Right.
Wow. Look at my grill.
Well, that's all well and good.
I was thinking using some of them shark teeth we had, shark tooth dentures.
Ooh, shark teeth. Ooh ha ha.
Those are my teeth.
Oh yeah, Clacker, that's what you should do. You should get a shark tooth grill to go over your regular teeth.
You
Yo.
didn't kill all
Do
of the
enhanced
sharks.
bite
I will have
damage.
you know. I killed myself my fair share.
I know what I'm doing with my downtime points.
And I role played taking all the teeth. I did this.
Yes.
How dare
I
you
took,
steal
I took
my
all the
teeth?
teeth.
I think you were too busy carving up the meat.
That's true.
I have a plan
Hindsight.
for these teeth. I've got a plan for these shark teeth. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, thank you for the job, Celine. That was very good work there. I did not expect you to come back with an opportunity to upgrade our hold so much.
I'm gonna be real honest here. I thought they were gonna slam the door in my face, so I'm so glad to.
Feels good to help.
Well, we also.
Jack has a really thin mustache now that he's twisting.
A fish mustache?
Yes.
Is it
Oh, man.
scaly?
He's a
No, it kind
catfish
of looks like a
now.
catfish.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Tom Kinch?
I'm just. Y'all know BoJack Horseman, and there's that like movie director that's just like a big old catfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
Jack has a regular mustache.
What?
Nope. He has
That's the most-
one half regular, one half catfish
Catfish.
whiskers.
You know, we've talked a lot
Catfish
about
whisker
shrimp
covered in
corn dogs, fish wine, fish boba tea. I think that was the most unsettling thing I've heard all night. That Jack
What,
has
the-
a human mustache
Look at
as a
his
fish
picture.
man.
He's kept all of his hair.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that was a pre-transformation picture.
No, that's what he looks like.
Oh, he's kind of a handsome fish man. Dang, I've been hitting on the wrong
I've got
person.
20 charisma.
20 charisma.
Yar.
The indignance in that yar.
Yar.
Yar? Like the questioning of that yar.
Well, your overnight stay in the timeshare is incredibly comfortable. The Dusks are, again, very grateful to you. All three of them are, as you prepare to sail out in your living coral enhanced Stormbreaker.
Wow.
Woo!
Woohoo!
All right, guys. I'm really glad you convinced me to take that. I guess we needed to take a little break. You know, the ship's fully repaired. We got it upgraded. It's looking really cool.
Oh yeah.
See,
Oh, my girl
Torture
Savannah's
Jack.
here. And I'm gonna say, oh,
And I'm gonna put like hand in my chest.
it always warms my heart when you can just help innocent civilians.
I mean,
And I'm gonna walk
obviously got
away.
a good price for it. Okay, bye.
Just mid sentence.
All right, you scurvy dogs. We're back on the boat. We're hitting the high seas. No more fraternizing.
she was warming up to you, and then you just walked away, and now she's like, you know what?
No, she was like, you didn't do a good deed. You got paid to do something nice,
She
even though
wants to
Celine
get
would have
paid.
done it for free. Or acorn tops.
She's a sailor. She's on the boat that got upgraded. She's happy about it.
Yeah, she's very happy about it.
Oh, then I wink at her.
No
Too late.
fraternizing.
Too late, you walked away.
Yeah, but I can like do the thing where I like imagine I turn my head and I look over my shoulder and the wind's blowing in my hair and I look really pretty and I wink at her and I give her a little mischievous smile and then I climb up the crow's nest or something cool.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Hell yeah, something I think I'm decent at. Dexterity saving. A saving or a check?
Saving throw.
Okay. Sorry, where's my saving throws on this sheet?
If you click on Dex, it should pop up an option to do that.
Okay, ability check saving throw. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Normal. Come on, baby.
I don't know what number that is. That's
A
not a hard.
crit.
Oh, nice.
It was a heart or something.
Yeah.
Can I like grab a rope and like swing?
Oh my
Yeah, you
God.
can.
Quit
Yeah.
fooling around over there.
I'm having a moment. Let me have this.
So, the sailing continues in pace.
Ooh.
Oh, whoops! I've got some music overlay. Let me fix that. And so you set out from Nerau. You're on your way once again to Kelwaruma. And the several days in a row go pretty smoothly. But by the time you reach kind of the open ocean here, well away from these central islands, Daphne, the halfling crew member, will approach you and she'll say, let's see. Sorry, one sec. She'll come up to you, Jack, being the captain, and she'll say, "So, I'd really rather not go into details if that's all the same with you, but I need to not be working on the boat while we're in this part of the ocean."
What does that mean?
means I need to just be below decks where nobody, no other sailors, no other ships might spot me.
And why is that?
Well, this is territory that is often prowled by another pirate, businessman, loan shark, whatever you want to call him. I owe him a lot of money, and I think it'd be really bad for all of us if I got spotted.
Well, you can still work below decks.
I mean, all the ropes and rigging and stuff is above decks, but like if I can clean cannonballs or something.
Well, if you don't do something, you don't get paid.
Well, I'm a liability. You understand? Like if this man or any of his like the ships that work for him, if they see me, like we could all be in loads of trouble.
All right, well, find yourself a mop, and mop up below decks, and make sure it's all sparkling down there. And
All right.
ask
It'll be the
Moriarty if
cleanest.
there's
It'll be the
anything that needs done.
cleanest boat you've ever seen.
All right, Nettleton, you're gonna have to take some of her duties.
All right. So I put this rope here and that rope there, or that rope here and this rope there.
Oh no! You put that the thick rope that goes under the little thin rope. You see?
Oh, all right. Okay.
As long as you don't ask Savannah to help you, I think we're good.
He'll just
Why
kind of
would it
glare
be a
at you
problem
and
if
shake
you
his head.
asked her?
No reason.
She's the first mate. It's her job to help. All
Let's
right.
see.
Nettleton, I better not see you tying any knots with those small ropes.
Yes, sir, Captain, sir. Jack, can you roll me, some dice?
I will
Roll
do
me,
so.
3d4.
Do it.
Do it.
I
Two
got
threes and a
8 total.
2.
Yep, 2 3s and a 2.
All right. So 8 days pass. It's been about 8 days when Daphne makes this appeal. And so another day passes. You've spent 9 days since Narao, one of which has had Daphne completely below decks. Let's see. I imagine during this time, like, it's pretty smooth sailing. There's some wind, some clouds, no major storms. Now that you're out of midsummer hurricane season. So
Right, okay.
I imagine you'd have a chance for another legend lore, Celine.
I sure would. I think that was my 5th level spell
Mm-hmm.
that I had replaced with so I'll switch that sometime in my sleep. I'll have switched those out instead of the Greater Restoration. And I would like to maybe not with the other mates. I'm gonna have a moment where I'm standing on the bow of the ship, headed to a new land.
I knew you were gonna say that.
The wind whipping in my hair, the stars out, twinkling. I give a nod to my friends and breathe in the salty air, feel the mist. And I'm gonna cast Legend Lore.
All right. Now remind me what you know already, because I have a chunk here, but it may be redundant. If so, I'll find something else.
Let me pull up my notes. There was a lady who she was raised in the jungle, basically. And then she saved someone or something, and then married someone, and then became like a princess or a queen. And then sorry, it's been a minute. Zumbi was raised in the wilderness and was adopted by a king. And then she hated it, and so she dropped like a scarf or a stick or something on the other side of the castle walls. And then she met the dog guy, and they fell in love. And she lived in the wilderness, and then they had a baby, and she died. And then the dog raised the baby, who turned into a boy, and the boy built a boat.
Okay, so there's some misconceptions there. I think that this chunk will actually clear it up and fill in the patches.
Yeah, I wrote bad notes. That's
Well,
on
I
me,
mean, that's-
Nathan.
I mean, it's great because like legend lore, you hear different bits and pieces from different casts, and so you'll get more and more of a full picture.
Okay.
So, Sumbi and the dog Matuk had their son Sankuriang.
Mm-hmm. Matuk?
Sankuriang, Matuk, yes.
They had
Sankuriang.
Sankuriang.
He was a child of the forest, much like his mother was before she was adopted. He grew strong, athletic, and instinctive like the animals that he observed. He loved his dog Matuk and had no clue that Matuk was actually his father.
Oh, no clue Matuk
When-
was his dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he was a teenager, his mother became very hungry and asked Sankuriang to go hunt a deer for her. So he went for a hunt along with Matuk. Curiously, there were no deer or any other game in the woods on this fateful day. Sankuriang is discouraged until he spots an owl bear and gives chase, trying to shoot it with his mighty hunting bow. Matuk realized that this owl bear was actually Sankuriang's own grandmother, and you may or may not have any idea why that is. There will be other lore that fills that in later on. And so Matuk leaps in front of the arrows, sacrificing himself to allow Selin to escape.
So-
was
Owlbear was grandmother on the father's side.
Owlbear was... That's a good question. Let me pull up my full notes.
Was it the mother's side or the father's side?
Yeah. Let's see. Mother side.
Okay. Thank you.
Sankuriang was obviously devastated that he accidentally shot his own dog. But given that Matuk was already dead and Sankuriang wanted to bring food to his mother, he cut out Matuk's liver and brought it back to Sumbi, who cooked it and divided it into 3 shares. Sumbi ate her share, Sankuriang ate his share, and then Sumbi asked Sankuriang to call in Matuk so that Matuk could eat his share. Ashamed, Sankuriang explains what happened. And Sumbi knows that this means that Sankuriang killed and ate his own father, and that she ate her husband. Although Sankuriang has no idea. Outraged, she strikes Sankuriang with her bamboo stick, causing his head to bleed, and he flees and decides not to return home due to his mother's great anger. So he becomes an isolated hermit, living in the woodlands, cultivating his own magic and martial arts, and swearing off ever eating meat again. He suffers great amnesia from the blow to his head, and from suppressing trauma, so he has lived for many, many years, remembering nothing of the terrible events that took place, other than knowing that he was revulsed and saddened by the idea of eating meat. As he's developed his druidic abilities to command the forest spirits, along with developing his martial arts, he would intervene and protect small towns from bandits, monsters, and natural disasters. He would help animals in need. He would never eat them. And he otherwise lived his life as a hermit.
So, like every vegan's origin story.
Does every vegan eat their own father?
Oh, jeez. It's canon now.
It's canon. I'm gonna like a single tear drips down Celine's face, and she feels really sad for Sankuriang and Zumbi and Matuk.
And then she stares wistfully off into the distance. Maybe she's gonna look up at the stars and study the stars for a little bit. I don't know.
And she's relaying this to the whole party, right? Each time she gets information on it. I know you
maybe
said
not
you
the
were
whole-
withholding, some.
Yeah, there's like some
elements.
information that I'm withholding, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like the drama. Maybe not like right and then in that moment. She's kind of like processing for herself, but she'll tell them in the morning. About Sankyriang killing and eating his own father, his dog father, if you will, and becoming a hermit who swore off meat.
It's a pretty crazy
Tune
story.
in for the next installation of the Sankyriang saga.
I will. I'll give you one more because you're on the sea for
Yeah.
9 days. So I'll just give you like the very beginning because I dropped you kind of into the middle of it.
Mhm.
So, 2 forgotten deities from the pantheon of Shamaut gods committed a terrible sin. The sin has been lost to history. No one knows what it was. But this forced the king of the gods, whose name is Jiton, to punish them, exiling them from their demi-plane of Svargaloka, which is like their own personal heaven. Jiton incarnated them on Earth as animals, one being a dog named Matuk and the other an owl bear named Selen. Jiton gave them both immortality, some druidic magic, and the ability to return to their humanoid forms on each full moon, so they're reverse werewolves. I think you got that part.
Yeah, I got the reverse werewolves.
Okay. So Selen was very repentant, trying to get back into the good graces of Jiton, and he did not allow her back into the pantheon, but he granted her a child. The child that she bore was an elf, who she named Sumbi. So that's the mother. So owlbear
Wait.
grandmother has elf mother, who marries dog father, who has human child.
Makes
So
sense.
they're deities from the same pantheon. Is it a pantheon where deities are like related to each other, kind of like the Greek pantheon?
I mean, we'll go with like kind of the Percy Jackson logic. Like DNA isn't really a thing with deities.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So Sankyriang is essentially like a demigod then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the very beginning, and then bits and pieces throughout there. You've got basically a chronological account of Sumbi's life as a forest child, and then her time as a princess, and then her time living in a hut with her human dog husband, and then their child who grows up and has the hunting experience and is now living by himself. So there's a little bit more to the story, but that's kind of a linear account of what you know so far.
Okay. I'm gonna maybe keep the god stuff to myself.
Okay.
All right. This is a weird story.
It is a weird story.
It's a cool story though. This is actually a real myth though, right?
It is actually, the real myth is significantly darker, so I have sanitized some of it. But yes, it is heavily inspired by a real myth. All of these artifacts are from like mythology throughout like real world history.
It's really cool. Nathan's world building is so cool.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I was glad when I found that story because I was like, yeah, this is great. And then I read it in more depth and I was like, oh, I need to change this.
Yeah,
so-
I haven't read the real one yet because I was waiting until after we finish this
Yeah.
leg, and then I want to read the real one.
Yeah. So the days progress accordingly, and late afternoon, the sun is setting behind you as you're sailing to the east. And you are, Jack, I imagine you're at the prow or maybe up in the helm near Savannah as she's steering the boat.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, if I'm doing my wind thing, I've got to be somewhere in between all three masts.
oh, sure, that makes sense. When Nagish calls out, guys, I see another vessel over, just to the north of us, east and north.
Oh
He'll provide
gosh.
directions so you can see it.
I was gonna say, with this compass, where north is this way.
Fair enough. Roughly, yeah, that direction. Let me get you guys back on the. There we go, back on the boat. Nikish says, "Yeah, they're flying a pirate flag. They don't look particularly friendly."
Would you say there's a motley crew above that, aboard that ship, Nagish?
Oh, certainly. And you all can take turns with the spyglass. I think Savannah would have spent some of her own money to get a couple more spyglasses for the crew. So you've got 3 total
Aw.
now. You can pass around.
Wow.
Wow,
Would I have been
thank
able to swap out some infused items during this process of days?
Yeah, for sure.
These days.
Mhm.
Nice. Because I had a plan, and it's like I didn't say anything during these last 9 days, but I wanted to do something.
Yeah. Especially with sailing on the open ocean, I will move a little bit quickly through some days. So if there's something you want to do like that, just be sure you kind of butt in and
All right.
let me know. Yeah, so you can totally do that. Re-prepare whatever spells you want to. I should also mention, Jack, over the last couple days, like you had a week of kind of silence, but the last couple days in particular, you have had dreams where you've seen tidal waves that look kind of like Yold's tidal wave. You've seen that rocky shoreline where the totem of Tagal was, and you've seen moose in the forest. You haven't had like conversations or anything, but they've just been very symbolically potent dreams.
I see.
I hope that means I'm going the right way.
Yeah, it's the dreams. I would say they have kind of the themes of moving forward, moving in a specific direction. You're like seeing moose walk along a trail, seeing waves roll in a straight line, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to the crew, like,
Well, should I try to give them a warning before we collide?
How big is this ship? Like, is it a beefy boy?
It's like last
Yeah.
time we fought, yeah.
Yeah, it's a large warship with many sails. Cuts through the water on the horizon. Most of the sails are triangular and angled to be reminiscent of shark's teeth. Its hull is lacquered black, and it looks like there are iron braces reinforcing its structural integrity. These iron braces also have runic inscriptions on them. It is flying its colors, as Nikish said. It's a black flag with a bleach white grinning shark's head. I'm gonna pop a journal entry out that you guys can see.
Are there 1,000 teeth, perhaps?
It'd be difficult to count them all through this through your spyglass, but
Oh.
go to journal, especially Cody, because I want the viewers to be able to see.
Pirates and their ships.
Yeah. I made the colors or the flag that they fly.
Oh,
Debtor's
you know,
pennants.
Oh,
I know we have a living coral ship now, but this looks kind of cool. I kind of want to take that one.
One of the shark's teeth is golden. Elaborate gold trim along the boat's hull reads, "The Debtor's Penance." Even those of you who have never seen it know in your gut that this is Thousand Tooth Tom's flagship.
Yar.
Okay.
well, shit.
Well, ship.
do we think
The ship-
that it's totally out of the question that we could take them?
it would be very difficult to take them. Perhaps
Yeah.
you could. Perhaps you could. It would be very difficult.
I don't like the perhaps. That doesn't that doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
When the
I,
ship the ship has obviously seen you as well, and you're certainly not within like you have to fight it. You can easily change course and avoid it, but let me just describe a little bit more that you see through your spyglass. When the ship turns, when it faces you so that you can see its prow, you see its masthead. Its figurehead is the visage of an emaciated human with ragged, patchy blonde beard and hair to match.
Oh, man.
Oh.
He's covered in scars and bruises. It seems that wires and tubes are connected to his body, holding him in place as his arms are splayed out to either side in cuffs. He has only one hand. He is Hudson Swift. This has been Sanity Damage, to whom the sea belongs.
Nathan!
Thank you all for joining us on this epic voyage. We would love to hear from you, so you can go to Linktree/Sanity Damage to find links to all of our social media. Discord is the best place to hang out with us. You can come yell at me for ending the episode here, but the episode is in fact ending here. If you've got a little spare change and you want to get in debt to Thousand Tooth Tom, you can head on over to Patreon and get monthly PDFs. The next one of those will be coming out in November, so those are going to be coming out to all of you again, so check those out. You can get shout outs on the show like the Mad Russian did today. You can, or a week ago if you're listening to this in post. You can even add NPCs to any of the campaigns on the network. This show is a homebrew live stream, and our dice sponsor is FanRoll. You can get amazing dice and dice accessories at fanrolldice.com. Use coupon code homebrew for 10% off anything on the website. Once again, that's fanrolldice.com. A reminder to go ahead and go check out Roll Around and Find Out on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Usually that'll be every Tuesday. Right now they're bi-weekly because they're on hiatus with their main D&D campaign. But lots of fun stuff happening over there, and there are a lot of really good people, so go give them some support. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. To Whom the Sea Belongs is a Sanity Damage campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. Join us next week and we'll see what happens here.
Dang.
What if we
Toodles,
just like
everybody.
didn't save him?
You might not want to, but I think three of us kind of feel like we
Yeah.
probably have to.
I know. I think I'm gonna get outvoted.
All right. Goodbye,
Are we off?
everyone.
Oh.
Toodles, everybody.